Welcome to the final day of Rally d'Italia Sardegna. 4 stages await our WRC crews today. They certainly won't be basking on the beach. They will be out in the hard, rocky gravel stages. Myself, Bex Williams and Julian Porter are going to talk you through the thrilling final day here. So, after 4 days, 17 stages, well, 3 days so far, we're on the final day now. We only have 46 kilometres left to go. But it's been a dramatic event. This was the road section between stage 3 and 4, and Mikko Heevinen's car on fire. Both the crew were okay, but the car looking the worse for wear. Devastating for Mikko and, of course, for the team.
It was a great start on Friday morning for the Hyundai team. 1-2 going into the stage. It was all about to go wrong. Reville broke his suspension, and then Hänninen had a monster of an accident. Both Tommy Turunen and Juho Hänninen were fine, though, which is fortunate. That
car wasn't, though. Look at the state of that Hyundai i20. That isn't going to polish out, Jules.
That ain't going to polish out. Juho's just deciding that as he kind of like looked at it there.
That's a strewn DS3 of Chris Meek. Battery failure for him, unfortunately, loss of power. They retired early, but they came back under Rally 2. This is Robert Kubica, who was having a strong event. He was quickest at the shakedown on Thursday, but this unfortunate little knock took the wheel off.
Yep, Robert and Maciek out for the day. They would return today. Broken suspension and steering, as you can see. Next up was Jari-Matti Latvala. Big push under pressure yesterday, leading at the end of day one. But the pressure told more and more and more. Clipping that rock, getting a puncture, having to stop and change it. Also adding to that, he had brake issues in the final stage. Losing time, dropping just over 2 minutes and out of the lead.
I rear jump out from the ruts, and we touched the rock. We damaged the wheel, and we had to change the tire. So that's my mistake. But I would have not been able to change fight for the victory, because second time through also I had a brake problems again. Fight for the victory would have been impossible. But okay, it's very disappointing. I've lost now few positions, but that's life.
Latvala's misfortune put this man into the lead. It's our world champion Sébastien Ogier. Difficult day for him on the opener, sweeping it clear, of course.
Looks like Jari has done a mistake, and of course, thanks to that, now we have a big lead. But I think it's also quite deserved after this 2 days where we had to push really hard. Yesterday opened the road. We did our best for that, and now it's not over. 45 Ks to go, but for sure looks good for us now.
Yeah, as he says, 45 kilometres remaining in the rally. Ogier's lead over Mads Osberg of Citroën, 1 minute and 40. Jari-Matti, though, only 21.3 behind Mads. Would we see that push from Jari-Matti on Sunday?
It's in the top 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Very similar to the days before. Prokop, Solberg, Kubica, Lorenzo Patelli and Khalid Al-Qasimi as we move into the morning service specs. The Volkswagen team all calm on the Ogier side. The Latvala side, got to psych himself up, got to have that 21 seconds. Can he do it? Mikkelsen in for a solid day. Consolidate that 4th place unless some drama happens in front of him.
And of course they'll all be thinking as well about those extra points on the power stage, the final stage of the rally. It all seems fairly chilled of a Sunday morning. The earliest start of the weekend for the drivers. And the action today is based to the north of Alghero. Not a huge amount of kilometres remaining, only 45, but still they have to get through those stages. Let's kick off then with stage 14, which would of course double up as the power stage later on and run as the final stage. Here's the test run for Mikkelsen.
Run quite early in the morning, as you touched on there, Bex, and dust potentially maybe going to be a problem, but this stage really dusty, as you can see, like fresh sand in there. It was going to maybe cause some problems for the early runners trying to clean the road. Mikkelsen under no pressure, a lot of time behind him, a lot of time in front of him. What could he do in here? I suspect he was going to try and save his tyres, and as you said, just make some fine adjustments to those pace notes for the afternoon run.
Very different nature to this stage to some of the others we've seen. Quite close, quite narrow stage with those built-up walls at the side.
Here's Jari Matti. Right, we've got to take 21.5 seconds during the day.
You've got to have your Weetabix in the morning, Jules. You've
got
to have a good
porridge
breakfast.
and Weetabix, I think. You know, about half a second decay had to take. Was he going to be able to manage it? Had psychologically for Jari, if he could take time out first thing this morning, that would give him the impetus for the next stages. As you touched on, though, it is so much more different, these stages, to the ones we had. Less rocky, more smoother, and a lot dustier.
I was a little bit too careful in the beginning. I should have been going a bit faster, to be honest. But let's see. There's more stages to go still.
So a little bit of caution, as he said, he maybe should have gone a little bit faster. Now Osberg has taken a configuration of soft and hard compound tyres in a crossover pattern. He is hoping this is going to give him good traction on this opening morning.
Well, the guys who did it, the Hyundai boys who did it earlier on in the week on Friday, they were saying it makes such a big difference of clearing the gravel, biting down into it, the soft configuration, crossover. As you say, Mads, he knows if he can take time out of Ogier, out of Latvia here, it would make a big difference.
Four odd seconds out of Jari Matti in there, but a crossover with the soft and the hards.
Yeah, we have our own tyre choice today, and it's seems to be working quite well. So quite pleased with the stage, and yeah, it's good. It's nice to do correct things.
Well, there we go. Happy with this lot then. He moves ahead a little bit more of Latvia, extending his lead over Latvia. A happy Osberg. This is Ogier. No need for Ogier to push out there today.
Now, he isn't on the road section here. Don't get confused. There's about 1.3 k's of tarmac. Very fast tarmac. And then he slots left back onto the gravel. You can see how deep the gravel is on his stage. Really, really tricky. Ogier, if I'm really honest, was on a Sunday drive. Mind you, probably quicker than my granny on a Sunday drive.
Probably quicker than you on a Sunday drive.
What are you trying to say?
Sebastian Ogier doesn't normally do slow stage times, but that's a slow one. Tyre conservation, I think, for the second run through here.
Yeah, no risk at all. We have a big marge this morning, so for sure, no risk to take.
When you come back here this afternoon, maximum attack?
Maximum not, but attack to catch some extra point if possible. We're gonna see it's a lot of loose now. If the grip is better this afternoon, we'll be okay, but we took the safe option to stay in hard. Mats is in soft, and that's why he made a difference.
Ogier absolutely right there. That is why he made the difference. Osberg then extending that lead over Latvia to 24.5 seconds. Of course, it's Ogier still at the top of the table. Ogier, Osberg, Latvia are our top three going into the very next stage. With then, at the end of the top 10, Robert Kubica in 8th position, Lorenzo Bertelli leading WRC2, Khalid Al-Qasimi in 10th. Looks like a beautiful spot to watch the rally to me. Soaking up the sunshine, Castel Sardo, our next stage, 14 kilometres.
Another stage here, Bex, where we just drop onto the tarmac main road for a kilometre or so to link two sets of gravel roads up. This one climbing quite a lot and descending. Narrow, grass down the middle. Certain parts, there's quite a lot of rocks lying around on the side of the road. You've got to be really neat and tidy.
Now this is where Latvia really needs to stop pushing if he wants to try and catch him.
He's a bit wild.
A little bit of a moment there. 24 seconds, Jules, over the kilometres remaining. It's a lot to ask of Latvia. How much is he going to risk? For Osberg, he seems to be coming naturally today. However, he's still with that soft compound tyre.
Wow, big rock.
Hayden Paddon, who came through before him, said that his soft tyre started to go off mid-stage. So 2 hard tyres, 2 soft compound tyres for Rosberg in that one. As you called him, the Sunday driver. He's nothing but that. It is Ogier making his way through.
But he is at about 90%, looking after those tyres, just driving really slowly, really steady, not taking any risks, not trying to take any life out of those tyres. We know Mikkelsen in this stage was driving slowly as well to try and look after the tyres. All of them just looking and keeping them all for the final stage to try and get those bonus points.
So 23.1 seconds now. That battle for second still on between Rosberg and Latvala, although time is ticking away. Ogier continuing to lead and comfortably taking in the scenery of Sardinia on a Sunday morning. For Lorenzo Bertelli, are there nerves in his tummy? This is the first time he's led for WRC2. He could take the win. Plenty more stages coming up, including that all-important power stage for extra drivers' points. Don't go away.